What's up? What's up? What's up? We're getting it on and popping.
Yeah.
You know me. We're getting it on and popping. What's up? What's up? Huh? What's up? I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to our faithful listeners. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dom. I'm here with my co-host Joey, and this is episode 6 of the 3 a.m. in the Party podcast, baby. We're very happy to be here. And we got a doozy today. I mean, I think last time I said that we had a good one, it ended up not being a great one. 4.
That wasn't last time, though.
Oh, we didn't
Last
air
episode
it.
was a banger, dude.
The last time I said this, we didn't air it, actually. So, you guys don't even know that it was a bad one.
Because we'll cut it.
Yes, sir. But yeah, we got a good one. I have, like, an extensive list of topics to talk about. So, we're not even going to be able to get to all of them. But I got some bangers. I got some absolute bangers. And then it's just some random stuff. And, you know, we're going to have a good time today. Joey's dancing over there, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, Slime.
Hi, guys.
All right.
I'm
so,
Joey.
on to the first topic.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Go.
Hi.
All right. So, we have a very exciting announcement.
Hi, Dom.
Hi, Joey.
I feel like we never do the, I
What?
feel like we never do pleasantries.
Because, why? Why do we need to do pleasantries?
We never, like, talk, like, and say, like, hey, how was your day?
Because we do all that before the podcast.
How was your week?
I had a good week. Didn't do much.
Hmm?
How about you?
Yeah.
All right, this is exactly why we don't do pleasantries. We talk about the pleasantries beforehand while we're setting up. We talk about that stuff.
I missed you. I haven't talked to you in so long.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen you in so long.
Oh, what about the 40-minute car ride that we were just on before we started recording
before
this?
that, I haven't seen you so long.
What about 2 days prior to today?
Oh, but before that.
What about the day before?
Oh, but before that.
Tuesday.
Oh.
So we see each other once a week, and this last week we saw each other like 5 times.
Yeah,
so I don't want your excuses.
That's becoming pretty common, though.
The 5 times?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see each other a lot. You know wanna know why? Because we're boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So we got a very exciting announcement for you guys. We're currently working on merchandise, baby.
Yeah.
We got a super dope designer designing some of our merch.
Yeah, do you want to wear a shirt with our faces on it?
Do you want to wear a shirt with our logo on it?
Yeah, me neither.
Well, buy it anyway. So, we're working on some mock-up designs, and we're going to get that to you guys in a time that is to be determined. But just know, be on the lookout. We're going to be dropping links and stuff as it comes. As we do that, big bulk drops, whatever. Not too pricey, something like $15-16 for a shirt, maybe $25-30 for a hoodie. You know, normal standard pricing. So we'd appreciate the support. We're very excited to launch this, and we'll keep you guys posted on when we get closer to doing that. So yeah, super excited. We have merch, dude. Women, children, and babies will be wearing
Babies?
our church. Yeah, man, babies. Our merch. I said church. Yeah, our merch, dude. Babies even.
Baby merch.
Babies even will have merch.
Do you want to be a walking live advertisement for the 3 a.m. in the Party podcast?
Yeah, do you want to look retarded? If so,
Don't
buy the merch. Don't buy the merch.
Because the merch will make you look super fly.
Yeah, if you want women,
Mm-hmm.
you want to get a little thang,
Yeah.
buy our merch,
It's like
dude.
that Old Spice commercial where like he puts on the Old Spice and all the women come to him.
Facts.
But it's with our shirt, and then you wear our shirt, and then you get so much poontang.
Facts. If you want to get that wet, then you need some 3 a.m. in the party.
If you
perks.
want to get some free Uchiwali,
If you want the Uchiwali, buy our merch.
fried
If you want,
butterfly.
if you want the fried butterfly, buy our merch.
if you want fresh hatchet wound,
buy our merch.
yes,
If you want that slice, buy our merch.
yeah. Or if you are gay,
And you want what is the word that you always use? If you want to be piped in Satan's back door, buy our merch.
Oh, Devil's Tug of War.
Yeah, that too. Devil's basement door. If you want to get piped in the Devil's Basement door, buy our merch.
We don't care who you're banging.
If you want to go to Greece and or Rome, not Greece. Yeah, Greece and or Rome and have sex with butts. Yeah, if you want to go to Mykonos or anywhere where the Spartans were and have sex with butts, buy our merch.
Camaraderie, baby.
That's what we like. Oh, well, that was interesting.
I don't care who you're banging.
What an interesting start to this episode. I haven't talked to you about this yet because I'm thinking of it. Like, I thought of it today and I said, I'll save this for the podcast to talk to Joey about. So, me and Caroline have been watching Sunny. Caroline's been watching a lot of it on her own because I've already seen it. She's just watching it so she can get caught up because I pleaded with her to do so. And she loves it. So, yesterday I'm at her house and we're at the episode where they're in the Jersey Shore. And do you know what the most notable part of the episode when they're in the Jersey Shore is?
Rum ham.
So
we're gonna make rum ham.
I've been thinking,
dude, we're gonna make rum ham.
Patreon exclusive episode where we make rum ham. We get a little tipsy, we get a little drunk. We drink some alcohol. We make rum ham, and then we eat the rum ham.
Oh my god, we make rum ham for Easter.
Oh, we should actually. We should try and do that for Freester, dude.
For Freester.
Oh, we should actually try and do that. Honestly, and we'll record it. We'll film it all. We'll get it spliced together and stuff, and we'll put out an exclusive on Patreon with the guys, me and Joey, making rum ham. So it'll be cooking with the fellas. It'll be one of our segments. But yeah.
God, we're all gonna get food poisoning.
No, dude, we're gonna kill rum ham. That can't be bad. What do you mean?
I'm just thinking about it, dude. We're gonna put it in the oven, take it out. It's gonna be so pink.
What do you mean so pink?
Or whatever the color that ham's not supposed to be.
Ham is pink!
What color is ham not supposed to be? I'm colorblind.
It doesn't matter. You can eat it.
What color is it when it's raw?
You can eat it raw.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking steak. You can't eat ham raw.
Yeah, you can.
No, you
what about
can't.
deli ham?
It's cooked.
No.
All deli meat is cooked.
Why is it so cold?
Because they put it in the fridge.
Nah. I don't know. Ham's pink both ways.
You smoke deli meat and then you put it in the
all
fridge.
Right. I guess you're the cold cut connoisseur all of a sudden. Captain Cold Cut. I don't care. Okay? Professor Ham, bro. That's what I'm going to start calling you. But yeah, I really want to make a rum ham.
Captain Coldcut.
Yeah, I like that too.
And his ward sandwich boy.
You had a topic to bring to us that I was actually really excited to talk about. Oh, I haven't heard about it.
Yeah,
I want to know more.
So my grandpa came over a few days ago, and he looks at me with so much concern in his eyes, so much concern.
Now this is
my mom's grandpa. My mom's dad, and he comes over and he looks at me with his eyes, 1,000-yard stare, and he goes, "Joey, do you know what a furry is?" And I said, "Papa."
What?
I said, "Papa, how do you know what a furry is?"
Yeah, what in God's name could have allowed him to even find out about what this is?
Well, I was on Sports Center. And I was like, all right.
That's even better.
All right. Humor me. What did you see on Sports Center? And he goes, they were covering a story about a little girl that was in school. And she took a on the floor.
Oh, my God.
Because they didn't supply her with a litter box. And she identified as a cat.
Well, why is this on Sports Center?
That's what I said!
Unless she was picking the up off the ground and throwing it into a basketball hoop or kicking it into a net or hitting it with a stick into a net. I don't care. That's not why I'm on Sports Center.
Like, why is this story on Sports Center, Papa?
There's no way he was on Sports Center.
That's what he said. He said
couldn't
he was
have been
on Sports
He
Center.
must have been confused.
And then he
was on CNN.
He even said he even said to me, I don't know why it was on Sports Center, but it was.
He must have not been on Sports Center. There's no way.
And now I was like, there's no way this story is real. Like, I didn't research it because I'm a scumbag, but I get to work today and I'm taking out the trash and I come back in and the owner's wife and the manager, and they're I hear them talking about it. And my ear starts ringing. I'm getting deja vu. And I was like, have these people been hanging out with my grandpa? Like,
he gets around, man.
About?
You be talking to mad people.
And then they were saying that I guess the story has progressed. I don't know if this is a different story. I don't know if the story's progressed. I'm telling you, did not research this at all.
Okay.
And they were saying that the manager was watching the news, and that the family is suing the school because they won't supply her with a litter box.
Okay. Yeah. So when you had told me like briefly, like I got a story about a furry or something like that, I was immediately what I said to you. Oh, I have a cool thing that we could like bounce off of because I have a similar story that like I remember listening to. Didn't even think about putting it in my notes for the podcast, but now we could talk about it. So I was listening to a podcast, and this dude was talking about how at his kid's school, this had happened. But he didn't go into the details of this small child defecating onto a floor. So I'm wondering if it's the same school, if it's a totally different school. But this school that his kids are going to, there's an abundance of kids that are identify as some type of furry, and they're implementing it so that there will be like multiple litter boxes in every bathroom. And that the janitorial staff will have to clean up.
Huh?
Like they're the parents of cats. So now I'm thinking, okay, whatever. That's really weird. And that should never happen because now you have open all in. It's literally like if you went to high school and you walk in, there's all over the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but that's like allowed. So when you have to go, you have to on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then you are making the janitorial staff empty a litter box that a human has been in.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me. Pull your kids. He's pulling his kids from the school.
Mm-hmm.
But that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
It's crazy to think that it's a different school.
It might not be, though. It might be the same school.
But if it's a different school...
Oh, that's crazy there's that many people.
It's crazy that there's 2 stories right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Potentially
if that's the case,
3.
Yeah.
If my grandpa and the people at work were
talking about two different stories. Oh, yeah. That's nuts.
That's insane to me that this is happening.
In the podcast, when this was being spoken about, Chris D'Elia was a guest on this podcast, and he had said, that was me. If I went to that school, I'm taking the fattest in this kid's like assigned litter box, like the biggest that you could ever imagine, and I'm just gonna leave it there because that's what you're supposed to do. And then when they have to go later, they'll be like, "Oh my god, you got on top of already." But it's I can't even like fathom the fact that this is even happening. Like, that the superintendent of this school was like, yeah, litter boxes in bathrooms A, B, and C. And there's like 3 of them in there. So 3 kids can be in bathrooms A, B, and C. Like, that's nuts.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Dude, I'm all... You know what? Don't let your child think he's a cat. Okay? Don't let your child think he's a cat, man. Like, oh my god. What kind of parent are you? And I'm not a parent, but also if I was a parent, my kid's not gonna be a cat, dude. Like, if I'm a parent, like, as a parent, how can you sit there and be like, yeah, you know, my child is actually a cat, and, you know, we love her very much, and sometimes she shits in the house, and she be pissing all over the carpet, but that's fine. And we just, you know, you like smack her a little bit, you put their face in it, because that's what I read online to do with dogs and stuff. You just smack them, you put their face right in their own Like, as a parent, are you doing that? You gotta raise that child as if it's a dog or a cat? I'm taking out the water gun, I'm spraying that out of my kid.
I remember there was,
you gotta give that kid, give that cat, or that kid, raw fish.
I forgot her name, but there was a girl, and I remember she was on Instagram like a few years ago, and she was like all the meme pages were advertising her, and I looked into it, and it was actually a thing, and she identified as a dog.
They walk around with the chain. Yeah. Mad people be doing that.
She had a boyfriend who was also her photographer, and
She was an OnlyFans model.
yeah,
I heard about this.
they did like a documentary on her, and I was watching a little bit of the documentary, and he would walk her every day, bring her to the park where
On a
she would
leash.
run around on all fours and
With
chase
other
around
dogs. Yeah.
roll around on the grass with the dogs, eat out of a bowl, sleep in a kennel. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
yo. And she has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, because she gets off to this stuff.
And sells nude pictures of her as a dog.
With a leash on, basically.
Yeah.
It's just BDSM. That's just 50 Shades of Grey.
And the most ridiculous thing to me is I looked at her Instagram, and she has 4 million followers on her Instagram.
4 million?
4 million, 6 sons of jacking it to
Dude,
dog porn.
There are professional baseball players that don't have that amount of followers. There are professional athletes that do not have 4 million followers.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. That's ridiculous.
I wish I remembered her name. But
Imagine,
I also
like-
don't want to give her any clout.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want more people to look
No.
at this woman.
No.
That needs to go
It's true.
to Arkham Asylum.
It's true. She should be killed by the Joker, basically.
She should be killed.
Honestly, this woman is so mentally insane. She could be the next Batman
This
villain.
woman is a Batman
She
villain.
could be the next Batman villain.
Yeah, dog girl.
The Joker? No. Scarecrow? It would be dope, but we don't need Scarecrow. You know what we need? We need this dog woman running around on a leash with her boyfriend taking pictures of her trying to defeat Batman.
With her 3 kid sidekicks.
Dude, she's the real life Catwoman, but if the Catwoman was a dog woman.
Yeah, with her three kid sidekicks, the children in litter boxes. At
Yeah,
schools.
all 3 of them, bro.
All 3 of
That's
them.
ridiculous. It's so crazy
Yeah,
to me.
Mittens, boots, and
All right, we didn't get
Cat.
We need cat. This is crazy, dude. I honestly can't believe it. This is nuts.
the adventures of dog.
Dude, I don't
Girl.
even know how to segue into another topic cuz I have like 6 other topics.
I can segue into something. Speaking of cats, and then you can try to segue off of this.
Okay.
All right. So my sister's cat got out.
Oh,
Literally,
the demon cat.
literally the night that we recorded the last episode.
Okay.
So, so the cat gets out. I'm like, "Where's this cat? I don't know where it is. I'm looking for it." Like I let the dogs outside, so like I'm thinking like in my head maybe he escaped while I was letting the dogs out. So I come like I'm looking into the kitchen, and the dogs are already in. The sensor lights are off outside because I have like these sensor lights.
Yeah.
And I look outside and the sensor lights are on, and I was like, all right, I'm terrified. Because I'm like, there's an animal out there, there's a monster, I don't know, maybe the cat's out there, he's triggering the sensor lights. I go out there, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna like slowly walk to the backyard, because I went through the front door, I'm shaking his cat food, trying to get him to like take the corner. I'm walking towards the backyard, and the sensor lights are getting like brighter and brighter, because like it does that whenever something like goes by it, and I'm not close enough to trigger them. I get to the backyard, and my dad's patio heater is laying on the floor, and I'm like, all right, I'm terrified, dude.
Yeah,
There's a
right?
monster out here trying to eat me. And so I go back inside, and the cat just runs up to me and brushes up on my legs, and I was like, you were never outside. What triggered those sensor lights?
What happened? You
I
ever
don't
figure it
know.
out?
No, I have no idea what
What?
triggered those sensor lights, dude. And I don't know how the patio heater got on the floor. It was like a horror movie in real life.
That's so trippy.
It was terrifying, dude.
Oh, that's nuts. What the hell? I'd move.
Dude, I'm
like,
on my
honestly,
way.
I'd
I'm
move.
thinking it was the ghost of Dome.
It could have been. We did kill him.
That
we
day!
Got a lot of heat from killing him.
I know.
You know that?
But we killed him that night.
That's true. It probably was him. Let's try to sneak back in.
God damn.
Speaking of animals, did you know koalas naturally carry chlamydia? I'm serious. If you like, it's like, oh my God, is that the patio? That was the night?
Yeah, look, the sensor lights are on and the patio heater's on the floor.
Was it windy? Did the wind?
No, it
That's
wasn't
so
windy at
crazy.
all.
Oh my God, that's so odd. But yeah, koalas naturally carry chlamydia in like their nose. So if you like touch the nose of a koala, you have chlamydia.
Is that how chlamydia started?
That's what I'm thinking. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because rats started whatever plague that the rats started.
Yeah, the rat plague.
Well, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it at all. But whatever the rats started, they did
plague.
that. The Chinese people started coronavirus, and then now we have koalas, I guess, starting chlamydia, which is so odd. How can an animal like that carry an STD like that, but supposedly only in their nose? Mm-hmm. So you gotta be real careful about koalas. If anyone's going to like a koala-infested country, be real careful, man.
Dude, koalas are evil too. I guess like
really.
If you, I love how you said koala-infested country. Like Australia is not the only country with koala bears.
Well, I thought maybe South Africa. South Africa seems like a koala-ridden society. You don't think so? Like, if you think koala, obviously your first thing is Australia. But you've never thought, like, oh, South Africa probably has some.
Oh, yeah, those natural kangaroos in England.
No. Like, they came over on boats.
Oh, yeah.
They're slave koalas.
They migrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Shut up.
What do you mean? That's such a normal thing. That's so possible. What the heck?
But yeah, I guess koalas are evil. Like, they drop from trees and, like, attack people.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I want to be a koala.
They're not cute at all. Like,
jeez. Well, they're not really cute anyway.
Like, they drop down from the trees and, like, scratch out people's eyeballs.
Are you not thinking of sloth?
No, koalas.
Really?
Yeah. My uncle showed me an article once, and I was like, that's terrifying.
Supposedly, sloths are also very mean creatures.
Oh, yeah. But
they're so slow.
I can outrun it.
Yeah, well, I mean, most things can.
I can kick it.
You could kick it, but that's not nice.
I would pick up that sloth.
No!
Feed it to a koala.
PETA. This episode is sponsored by PETA.
Yeah.
Come kill Joey immediately.
Yeah. Sponsored by PETA. Don't play
Not the
Pokemon.
chips.
It's evil.
Did they say? Oh, they did say
Yeah,
that.
they made a whole game, like a mock game of Pokemon.
Did you see that? I don't know how old this is. It might be very old. But the NFL, they have a rule where you can't tackle people from behind by like grabbing onto their thing, and it's called
kill dogs.
Yeah, but it's called a horse collar tackle, right? And PETA like came after the NFL saying you can't call it a horse collar tackle anymore. Because it's a violent nature tackle. Why are you gonna like associate that with a horse? Mm-hmm. I think that's the stupidest thing that you could ever say. This is why like PETA gets such a bad rap,
dude. I get it though. I love like maybe.
This is why my dad has a shirt that says PETA, people eating tasty animals.
I wouldn't say I love PETA.
I hate them.
I love the idea of PETA. Like, yeah.
Protect animals.
I like animals way more than humans. So
I like animals probably way more than PETA does.
Yeah. But like the way that they do some things are very stupid.
It's so dumb, bro, because if it's just another movement, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm all for movements, like all like the real movements, like the BLM movements and like the Stop Asian Hate and all that stuff. Like, I'm all for that. Like, right? Like, it's stuff that's really happening in the world that like really needs to get toned in.
Yeah.
But the problem with these movements is that they go to lengths that they shouldn't go that makes them seem silly.
Yeah.
Like, we have PETA. Great like concept, but have absolutely fumbled the bag on everything.
Yeah,
people hate PETA because of the way they are.
PETA is worth like $2 billion.
Yeah, probably
because he. I'm not even gonna say or she.
He's probably a cat.
A man.
It's probably a cat if you think about it.
Yeah, it might be a cat. It might be the cat girl. It might be the dog girl.
It
she
probably
might be in charge of PETA.
You think so?
But yeah, I bet he's worth $2 billion because of the cruelty of animals, and he's profiting off of it.
It's nuts. But like PETA's doing their thing. I haven't heard too much, like nothing like really like bad has struck me about the Stop Asian Hate stuff, because like I feel that's just a movement that's very straightforward, like all that.
I feel like that movement's like in the background too, like
which is sad because it really shouldn't be, because Asian people really do go through a lot.
Like,
in
it
this
popped
country.
off like in 2020, like early 2021.
But
I feel like it's
been on the back burner.
It's
which
still
is,
a giant thing,
but
but you don't hear about it like nearly as much as like BLM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the people who are like the fat phobic people. Like if you go to the gym, you're fat phobic because why would you not want to be fat? Like that's a problem.
Yeah.
No, dude, because some people just don't want to be fat. I'm sorry that you're fat. Some people don't want to be fat. You know? So people go to the gym to, you know, just be like healthy and in shape. Like, I'm sorry that I'm not 8 million pounds and I can't get out of bed in the morning and I need a stretcher to get out of my house.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
I guess. Yeah. Like, to those people. And like, again, all for BLM, but what BLM posted on their like Instagram story, like their like whatever Instagram, like their official Instagram, like, we stand for Jussie Smollett or Smollett, whatever. Like Jussie Smollett is innocent. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. Like, there's tons of people in this world that are black and African American and all that are getting committed, like, or convicted of actual crimes they didn't do. Jussie Smollett did those crimes.
Yeah.
He's not innocent. He's not innocent at all. He's so guilty. And then in his court hearing, he was like, they're going to try and take me down because of my ethnicity and all this and that. No, they're taking you down because you're guilty. Like, that's why. Because you're guilty. It's not because of your race. It's because you're guilty.
Yeah.
And then, like, in his thing, he's like, I just want to say I am not suicidal. And he was so adamant about it because he's like, if anything goes down in prison, somebody killed me. I didn't kill myself. I don't want to be another Epstein or anything like that. I'm like, okay, man. Well, you're going to die in prison, though. Like, because you're a scumbag. And if you don't, like, also, why are you so full of yourself to think that someone's going to care enough about your life to kill you in prison? Like, no. You're probably going to be fine. Like, you did some messed up stuff, but you didn't rape anybody. I don't think. Like, that's, you go to prison, you're dying because you sexually assaulted a child, or you raped someone, or you do things like Tekashi 6ix9ine did, and you snitch, and then you die. Because that's just, that's how it works, you know? But because you did what you did, you're not going to die. Don't be so full of yourself. Like, you already thought you were invincible, and you already were seeking enough attention by writing, like, fake death threats to yourself in your own handwriting, you donut. Like, no one wants to kill you, bro. Like, relax. It was that whole situation had me so frustrated because then it gives BLM such a bad rap because everyone's like, why are you supporting this guy?
Maybe he had to say that he didn't kill himself because he wrote the death threats to himself.
Maybe
he was saying like,
yeah,
it was me, but I didn't mean it.
Regardless, it's so stupid that man could get up on stage or get up in like court or whatever it is and say, "Hey man, I'm pretty innocent, you know, like I'm pretty innocent." And then there's like hard evidence supporting that he definitely did all the things that he was convicted of. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
You can't get out of this stuff. Like, I don't care. Like, in the long run, like, if you're black or if you're white or if you're Chinese or you're gay or you're straight or whatever, you can say it's a hate crime all you want. But if you have all the evidence in the world pointing against you and it's hard evidence, no one's going to see what race you are. You know what they're going to see? You're a criminal. That's what they're going to see. It's just so dumb, man. Like, these movements are getting such a bad rap because of, like, stupid stuff like this.
Like people.
That's why PETA is so dumb. I hate PETA.
I forgot we were talking about PETA.
That's where it stemmed from.
Yeah.
I kind of went on a tirade there.
Yeah.
So
they were, they made that mock game, like that mock Pokemon game. And it was, I forgot what it was called, but
PETAmon.
I was looking at it like a few weeks ago, and they made it like last year or 2 years ago.
It can't still be up.
No, it is. It's like a flash game. Yeah.
Oh, it must suck.
Then. And it does.
It's a flash game.
And
what are we,
dude,
sixth
it's
grade?
so funny because it's like you're playing Pokemon, but there's blood everywhere. There's like people like forcing them to go like in the Pokeballs, and like they're like, get in there,
why?
Get in there, or I'll snap your neck.
Oh my god!
I'll beat you up. And like Team Rocket's the good guys.
Why?
For some reason, because they're trying to free all the Pokemon.
Why'd they make it so aggressive,
dude?
Though?
It's crazy. Like the whole and like the funniest thing to me, they have Pikachu, and he's like Ash is like the main villain. Pikachu's in the ball. And he's like, he never lets me out of the ball. It's the whole thing. Dude, the first episode of Pokemon, I'm not going to get on this tyrant, but I'm going to do it right now for 3 seconds. The first episode of the Pokemon, they literally establish that Pikachu can leave the ball whenever he wants because he's best friends with Ash.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Do your research,
You
PETA.
can't say, like, he's not letting me leave the ball because...
Name one time you've seen Pikachu in that ball.
Ash has no control over that ball. It's Pikachu.
He's always on Ash's shoulder.
You can't spin it.
He's his best friend.
You can't twist it.
Shut up, PETA.
Best friends hate each other? What's your real end goal, PETA?
Do your research.
What's your real end goal?
Yeah.
You trying to turn people against each other? Yeah. I thought you were all for, like, people coming together.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to turn people against each other, PETA? I ought to shoot the people of PETA in their necks. Yeah. How about that? What if I came to PETA and I shot you in your mouth? You wouldn't like that very much, would you?
Yeah.
I showed up wearing snakeskin boots and a fur coat. Then I'll get you real pissed off. Yeah. How about that? Anyway, into other news. The BTS group. The K-pops. The man-women.
Yeah.
In approximately like 1.5 years, guess what they gotta do? They gotta go to war. You wanna know why? Because they're Korean and they're in Korea. So all these BTS stans tried to start like some type of like, the stupid like change.org like signature things that clearly do nothing, but people think they do something. Basically tried to start one of those, like a petition to make it so that Korea doesn't force the BTS to go to war. Like, because that's how it is. That's how it works in Korea. And in South Korean. And the South Korean government, once you, like, reach a certain age or whatever, like, you have to enlist. You have to go to some branch of army in that government. Because it's just the rules, right? Like, I know someone on a podcast, his dad... Because this guy was born in America, but he's raised Korean. Mm-hmm. His dad was in the Marines. And in the Marines, because it's so much harder, you only have to go for like 1.5 years. But you have to be in some branch of military for 2 years if you're a Korean citizen, once you reach a certain age. So people are trying to do all this stuff, like all these whatever, to like get Korea to like give them an exception. Mm-hmm. One, why would they do that? Because why? They have no what? Why? Mm-hmm. And two, even if they did, and then BTS took this exception, which they won't if they do because they're not stupid. They are outcasts.
Yeah.
Like years and years ago, there was a popular K-pop dude singer, and he found a way right before like he had to enlist to fly over to the U.S. and get U.S. citizenship really quick so that he didn't have to go to war. He's not allowed back in Korea.
Yeah.
And he's like banned from Korea. He's like super outcast. Like the government is like, it's nothing to him. Like he's gone. Like just like that. So these 3 or 4, however many of these people there are, even if they had the opportunity to make this exception, they wouldn't because they're not stupid. So now you got all these people in an uproar about the Korean government making all these people go to war. Where it's like when all these other people that are like young and like have a striving career are going to war and dying, it's no big deal. But when these 4 dudes that sing nice sometimes go to war, now it's a problem. You got all these like 18, 16, 15, 14-year-old American women like, no, please, we need to keep Suga so he can sing and rap to us in Korean. Like, come on, dude. Don't be so naive.
Yeah.
Because the fact that, one, you think you're going to change the minds of the Korean government is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And 2, that they're stupid enough to even make that exception, do your research, man. Mm-hmm. But I bring this up because, hey, Sierra and hey, Kayla, mostly Kayla, you're going to be without your favorite K-pop band in about 1.5 years. And I can't wait for that because you have annoyed the hell out of me for years about the Suga and the Jimin and all these people. And I can't wait till they go to war. I hope they survive, and I hope they do well, because I would never wish death upon anybody, except for like some people that I really don't like. But like, they're not going to be around. And I hope they have a great time, and I hope they survive.
Like 4 years.
But I cannot wait till they are no longer relevant and my sister can stop bothering me.
No,
So,
I have
Kayla.
a bone to pick with BTS.
What's that bone? Give me that bone.
I know they're listening.
Pause.
To this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
They probably are huge fans of us.
And I was at Will's house, our producer, who cut episode 4.
Yep.
And cut it. And and we were watching the Grammys, and they were performing, and Will was like, I don't know anything about BTS, and I was like, I don't either. Whenever Sierra listens to it, I tune it out. Whatever.
Yeah.
Will goes, isn't there only one of them? Like, one of them speaks English, right? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe.
Think so.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. It's probably the lead singer. I don't know. They
think
get
it's
on
the
that
Suga
stage, and they're singing a song in English.
Oh.
There's not one Korean word coming out of their mouth. And
it must have been changed.
All 6 of them are singing in English. No, because it's a famous song that I didn't even know that was by BTS. It's in, like, a Hulu commercial or something.
Oh,
and
yeah, that
like,
song.
Yeah. And I was like,
I thought that
their whole gimmick is that they sing in Korean.
It's
Why
very
aren't they singing in Korean?
No, the gimmick is that they're Korean and they look like women. That's their gimmick. Like, they all look like women, but they're all not women. That's their gimmick. But, like, I know what song you're talking about.
Why are they
called, like, Lemon or something like that? Something so
dude,
dumb.
It's something.
But, like, it's relatively new. I think that parts of that song...
That whole song, I listened to the whole 3 minutes of it with Will, and I kept turning to him, and I was pissed. Not because I wanted to hear them sing in Korean, but because their whole thing is that they're Korean. And that they sing Korean
They didn't
music.
modify the song at all?
No!
Huh. Well, I've never listened to the song.
The whole 3 minutes was in English.
I'm not...
And then I was like, well, maybe, like, in my head for like 3 seconds, I was like, maybe the Grammys was like, hey, sing in English.
That's what I'm thinking.
The next song, the whole thing was in Spanish.
Who?
I don't remember her name, but the literal next song, literally 5 seconds after they got off stage, it was in Spanish.
That's
and
crazy.
I was like, well, obviously the Grammys doesn't care about that.
No.
So, what's going on here?
I mean,
when did BTS start singing in English?
Maybe it's just this one song, this most recent one. Maybe they're trying to branch their audience.
I'm mad.
But I mean, they can branch the audience all they want.
They're still going to war.
In 1.5 years, they'll be at war.
They're gonna.
And again, I hope they survive. But I'm very excited for them to go to war and for me not to have to hear about these people for just 1.5 years.
It's like in my head,
2 years.
I just keep thinking about like One Direction going to like Iraq.
Yeah. Facts. That would be nuts.
It's so.
But like the thing is, you look at these dudes, and hey man, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but if it comes down to it, you don't want these guys defending your country. Mm-hmm. They're twigs. Mm-hmm. I would be surprised if even one of them could do more than 7 push-ups in a row. Mm-hmm. Like they're literally built like sticks. Mm-hmm. Like they can't go to war. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think if one of them shoots a gun, the blowback, the recoil will literally hit them so hard in the head they'll be concussed. They might even be put into a coma.
Eye.
Like it's I don't know.
All right.
Hey man, Korean government, go crazy. Do what you do. Thank you for taking this pain away from my life for a couple of years. I appreciate you. Oh, dude. I looked at my notes. Mm-hmm. And what a story. In my notes, I just have this under cocaine. Yeah, get ready.
Welcome to the disclaimer episode part 2.
Nah, this one's not too bad. This one's not too bad. But there's a man, an obvious drug user, abuser, if you will. Mm-hmm. He shot cocaine, like injected cocaine into, that like thick bulbous vein in your penis?
Yeah.
He injected cocaine into that vein.
Was it cocaine or crack?
Don't know. Cocaine. Whatever.
Because cocaine's usually the powder.
It's the same thing, though. Because crack cocaine, it's the same thing.
Crack is the poor man's cocaine.
Yeah, so whatever,
There's a lot of crap in it.
Whatever happened, it was some version of cocaine that he shot into his wang. Mm-hmm. And it died. No more.
He died?
Yeah, no more.
Huh?
Yeah, so it turned like black.
Oh.
And he went to like the hospital, and they were basically like, "This is a dead appendage.
Yeah.
Can't use it. Gotta cut it off."
Yeah, black
and
usually means...
And he refused to cut it off. And since then, we haven't heard an update on him. But when they found it, when he went in there, they did the tox screen on him or whatever, and there was like weed and meth in his system alongside the cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if he was just a casual weed and meth user, and he was just smoking that and shooting that and all that stuff, or he was injecting all of it into his wang. Because if so, power to you. But like, the only thing I could think of is that this guy used coke so many times or injected whatever the hell he was injecting into his body. Maybe it was heroin. Maybe I'm getting the whole thing wrong. Maybe I just broke cocaine because I thought it was funny and it was alliteration. But whatever he was injecting into his penis, I wonder if he had just injected it so many times into his other body parts that he just had no more veins. You know how you get like dead veins?
Yeah.
But why penis? Because people do it in the feet, like the webs of their feet, and that doesn't die. Like you can't. That's like forever. Like once you like lose the veins in your arms and stuff, and like legs and wherever else they shoot drugs, people just go to the webs of their toes and like their feet because you could do it forever. This guy went put it right into the vein in his dick.
Maybe he couldn't reach his toes.
I don't know, man. But that's nuts. Imagine that. Like, if somebody told you, hey, man, this is going to be the best experience of your life. You're not going to get addicted or anything like that. You're not going to die. You're going to stay alive. But you gotta like, take this needle and this syringe, and you got to inject these drugs into that big bulbous vein in your penis. Are you doing it?
No.
It's going to be the ride of your life.
Yeah.
No consequences. You doing it?
No.
Why?
Because I like my...
Well, yeah, but no consequences.
So I don't lose it?
No.
Oh, sure, whatever.
No, Joey! No, dude. The fact that you can even, like, comprehend, like, putting a needle in your penis.
Whatever, dude. We talked about sounding last week.
Nah, no more. I guess I said busting a nut, like, 6 times last week.
You did.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just be talking.
Yeah.
But
we bussin'.
after the baby shower, like Dina and like my mom Nancy and like my auntie Michelle, maybe Nancy was there, I don't remember. We're all like, wow, you said busting a nut so many times in your last podcast,
dude. Your mom came up to me after the baby shower, or maybe it was like right before it ended or something, and then she was like, "You guys are getting so much content for your podcast. This baby shower is amazing. It's so much fun." She said something along those lines. And I said, Auntie Michelle, the only thing I'm going to talk about is how bad that balloon arch looked.
That was bad. Did you say that?
That's it.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
So first of all, the balloon arch was terrible, and it was not an arch. It was like a layer of balloons on the floor. That's what it looked like.
No, I'm not even going to get into it.
No, that's all we're going to say.
I'm not going to flame our moms.
Nope, but we're going to say it was an arch, but it actually wasn't an arch. It was just like 4 layers of balloons on the floor. That's what it was.
Captain Raymond Holt would despise that balloon arch.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
But
it was not magnificent.
So on the day of the baby shower, I went out with Will, our producer, went to lunch because, frankly, didn't want to be at the baby shower anymore. There was too many people, right?
There were a lot of people there.
Way too many people, and like it was
whatever. I guess that's what you wanted a baby shower.
Yeah, but everybody was inside. We had all this like tables and chairs set up outside that you set up. I'm sorry. I see that you're getting really upset about this, and because Joey had to wake up at 6 a.m. to set up all these tables and chairs that nobody used, and like. Everybody was inside. And I didn't want to be outside. I kind of wanted to be inside because I don't want to be outside the whole time. That's so boring. And it was just like, I was outside the whole time.
Supporting the tables and chairs that I put up.
Yeah, because I love you.
6 in the morning.
And I couldn't go inside because there was too many people and I was so overwhelmed. So I texted Will. I said, hey, are you coming? Because at least if Will came, I could throw the football around. It would be a good time. He said no. So I said, hey, you want to go out to lunch? We could talk about fight night. He said, sure. So I smoke a cigar with your father outside while I'm waiting for Will. And that was a good time. I hadn't had a cigar in a while. Me and Uncle Joey just kicked back and talked and had cigars outside with the other men of the not the bachelor party, the baby shower. And then Will came and picked me up, whatever. So I get a text from my mom. Or no, before he comes to pick me up, I get a text from my mom while Sarah's doing gifts. Where are you? Outside with Dina, Dad, and Uncle Joey. You're missing gifts. Capital G, capital I, capital F, as in the like a GIF. Lowercase TS. I was so confused. I just said, I'm not a huge gifts guy, you know? And she said to me, good podcast material. Joey is here. I get that Joey is there, but you're also filming.
Yeah.
I was going to be talking to you the whole time. The only time I talked to you in that moment was to ask you your keys so I can get a cigar. Because I wasn't going to be sitting there talking to you the whole time while you were recording and then have all the audio in the thing. And why is that good podcast material? Gifts? Oh, great podcast material.
I was pissing off people, which I didn't even really want to talk about the baby shower that much because, I mean, it's not good podcast material.
Yeah.
But I was pissing off so many people because I was sitting in the front and I was filming the whole time, and I had Rachel next to me and I had Alexis on the other side of me. And I was just like, every gift they open, I would say, wow, baby bottles. And then I would start clapping. And then they were like, you don't clap after every gift. And I was like, what? I'm saying thank you. And like, honestly, I wasn't even trying to be a dick, but I guess people were getting upset with me because they thought that I was like making fun of the gifts.
Oh man. Yeah, but like, who cares? That's so
funny. I made
funny.
a joke, and it was bottle cleaners. I don't know if you've ever seen a bottle cleaner before.
Yeah.
And I was like, toothbrushes. And I start clapping. And
that's
and
comedy, baby. I do the same thing.
Alexis like tapped me on the shoulder, and I was like, what? And I turned around and she was like, you should calm down a little bit. Those people are giving you dirty looks.
Oh, it's what, his
like,
family?
Yeah, I was like, what people?
Yeah. Definitely his family, because they don't know you.
Yeah.
Right? So like people like from our side of things are like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
funny
that's
Joey.
Baby toothbrush.
But so mine are like, I'm going to get a little off topic here, but like funny Joey, like no matter what you say, like, oh, these people know you as funny. Like they're going to think it's funny no matter what. So this past Sunday at church, I was in performance, I guess we call it. You do like this Easter thing every year, and I'm a savant in the acting world. To just not to toot my own horn or anything, but I am Christian Bale if he was American and 19 years old. So I always just do it because it's fun. Like it's fun. I like doing it. So I go up there. It's a very serious thing. Like I'm like,
oh my God,
it's very serious.
And everyone was laughing.
Everyone's laughing the whole time because it's me. So whatever I do is funny.
Dude.
I was talking to Will about it after. I was like, my mom and Auntie Michelle are not going to be happy because like this is supposed to be like a really serious thing. And every time I'm doing something, I can just hear people laughing. Like we started off like a little bit of like.
When you went up there, dude, Sydney,
I was setting up.
Sydney was like,
"Oh yeah,
uh-oh.
Yeah, I know."
And then he starts laughing.
Yeah, that was so. The only two parts of that should have been funny were when I was up there trying to like set everything up, and like it was just such a lull, and I went, big setup guy, you know. And then people like laughed or whatever, and like I was like cracking jokes up there while I was setting things up. Stand-up comedian in the flesh. And then my little like improv with me and Will at the beginning. Those are the only two parts that people should have laughed at. But I get up there, I'm doing all this stuff, like I'm being like tormented by these demons, and like I'm drinking and I'm like vaping on stage, and like it was like super deep stuff. And people are laughing because like I'm just they all know me as a funny guy Dom. So it's like when I'm up there doing whatever, they're all going to see me as funny guy Dom until the end. Like, this whole performance, it's funny guy Dom, I guess, until the end. And, like, the end, it gets really serious. And I, like, bring myself to a real dark place, as all actors do, as all good actors do. Like, I head in my hands, and I'm, like, sobbing or whatever. I wasn't actually sobbing. And it got real quiet. And everyone was like, wow.
Well, of course you weren't actually sobbing, because you're an actor.
Exactly. But I actually wasn't even fake sobbing. Like, I was head in hands, you know? And, like, it was, like, really, like, deep, sentimental moment. All that yada, yada, rah, hoorah, rah, that rah, rah, that nobody wants to hear about. And then it got serious. That one time it got serious. At the very end of the show. And I had people come in, oh my God, you did such a great job. And I was like, well, no, because people laughed the whole time. So clearly I didn't do that great of a job. Like, people know you as funny guy Joey.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's gonna be like, toothbrushes.
Toothbrush.
And then just so the family's so like, hey, this kid's guts. I can't believe this. I can't believe this is gonna be the uncle, the uncle of my grandchild.
Godfather?
This is the uncle and godfather of our grandchild, and he's making toothbrush jokes at the baby shower.
He's trying to make gift opening fun.
He's making toothbrush jokes at the baby shower. Huh? I don't know why I'm Italian. Are any of them Italian? No, I don't think so. Ukrainian?
Mm-hmm.
Power to you guys. I hope you guys get through this war.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it happens. I hope you guys get through the war. Also, I'd like to retract the statement I made in episode 2. I said, nobody cares about Russia versus Ukraine. Why should anybody care? And that came off so bad. Obviously, I care about Russia and Ukraine.
Your mom came up to me and was like, she was like, hey, good job, by the way. And I was like, huh? And then she was like, yeah, you said that people care. And it's true. People do care.
People do care.
I was like,
because, like, to be honest, I also care. Like, I don't want people dying. Like, it sucks that it's happening. Like, I care to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be like the lady that wrote a poem to Putin saying that she wishes she was her mom. His mom. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
This actor, what was she in? She was like some like actor. She was in something. And she took to Instagram to post a video of her doing like slam poetry saying, if I was your mother, you would have been so loved. To Putin! To Putin! That's what I meant when I meant people don't you shouldn't care that much.
Spending $5,000 on an Uber.
Yeah, like I care, but I don't care that much because that's too much. Like, it sucks that it's happening, and yes, of course, like all my love and support will go out to the people of Ukraine that are dying, and even some of the people in Russia that are fighting this war
that don't want to.
Yeah, that don't want to and don't know. Like that, it's a really bad situation.
Like there's even people. The baker at my job, he's Russian, and like the day that Russia sent like that warning shot, like the warning missile to Ukraine, he was like, I gotta text my sister, like this is terrible.
Yeah, bro,
like,
it's awful.
What is Putin thinking?
Nope. Nobody wants any of this to happen except for Putin and his neo-Nazis. Like it's nuts. Like I feel bad for all these like Russian like hockey players and football players and all that. Like not really football players because none of them are Russian. They're all American, really. So, and like, or like these basketball players, any athlete that has to go through like losing all this money and the sponsorships because of this scumbag that's your president, and all this, like, I feel awful. It's terrible. People are dying. So I wanted to retract my statement saying people don't care. Because people do care and people should care. But not that much. Don't care that much because that's too much. You don't order a $5,000 Uber to, suck them.
Yeah.
And you don't write a slam poem about wishing you were Putin's mom because you'd be so loved. And then if you have the audacity to be that full of yourself to think that if you were this man's mom, that he wouldn't be a war criminal, like doing all this crazy dictator stuff. And the funniest part about all that was, like, I figure, like, this must be a
Pat.
Pat, yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I might have a stroke.
Funniest part.
Yeah, funniest part about all this is I'm thinking she's got to be a mom. She's got to know what it's like to be a mom and to, like, love and cherish a child, you know? To be able to say, if you were my kid, you'd be like my kids, my real kids, and you'd be loved. And my kids are certainly not going to be dictators starting wars. So you would just be like them. But she's not a mom.
Yeah. I wanna say something. Speaking of moms.
Yeah.
Not to pivot off of
Pivot
from what you're talking about.
It's from Friends.
Yeah,
I don't even like Friends that much.
I don't care what it's from.
But I like that scene because Chandler is so funny.
No.
Chandler's the Matthew Perry.
Chandler's not even the guy that shouts pivot.
No, but he's so funny in that scene.
Yeah.
He's making all these jokes.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Friends isn't funny.
I don't think
Also,
Friends
I
is funny.
want us to say before I say that thing that I was gonna pivot. I want to pivot from what I was gonna pivot and then pivot from what you were talking about.
Okay.
With the guy that plays What's his name?
What?
What was his name?
The guy that what? Plays?
What was his name that you just said? Chandler.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matthew Perry.
Yeah, Matthew Perry. That guy, I saw an article, I read it about a year ago. Mm-hmm. That guy does not remember anything from Friends because he was so doped out of his mind the whole time. It's so funny to me that you can be on a TV show for 10 plus years and not know anything that happened. People will go up to him and be like, "Hey, do you remember filming this scene, or do you remember this? Like, what headspace were you in?" And he was like, he's basically like, "What's Friends?"
Yeah. Like,
dude, what?
Yeah, I know that there's obviously some stuff that he remembers. He can't forget 10 years of his life. But, like, a lot of it, he said a lot of it's just
black.
Not really there. Like it's a fat blur.
How broken is your brain?
Well, the thing is, like, he was doing hardcore drugs for a lot of that year. And you could tell, like, when he was not on that show and he did that other show, I don't remember what it was. It was like...
I know what you're talking about.
With that dude, and it didn't last very long. Like, he let himself go pretty hard. Like, he was really pudgy and like all that.
Basically, in the article, he only remembers the pilot and the last episode.
Yeah,
and
everything else is a blur. You know,
that is so crazy to me. Which I get it. I mean, I was listening to this podcast, and there's someone on the podcast that films like they have like a YouTube channel like thing where they it's like a production group, and like they make videos every day. He films commercials, like actual commercials. He filmed the Sherlock Holmes movie with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And he says like he said that before he started doing all that, he would say all the time like, "Oh, I can't believe people don't remember doing like the work because like filming movies or being on TV shows." I was watching something with Mark Hamill, and he was talking about how he doesn't remember anything from Star Wars, and I was like, dude, that's like such a big moment of your life.
So
how do you
long
not remember?
ago.
Yeah, so long ago. But he was like, I get it because you're on like millions of pieces of work.
Yeah.
What's Matthew Perry in?
Yeah, exactly.
Friends.
Like, we know that like the reason why Matthew Perry isn't
Yeah.
remembering is because he was on a lot of hardcore drugs.
But what I want
he
to
also
say,
had to get new teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look good though.
Crackhead.
He looks real good.
But what I want to say,
Now.
because we need to wrap this up,
Handsome.
I had to pivot from the mom thing. My mom approached me a few days ago, and she said that she I heard it in her voice. She was sad that we never shout them out. But I want to shout out our moms, Michelle and Michelle, for being the dopest mothers in the world.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Because you know what? We say all the time that Dina's our number one fan and Cassidy's our number one fan and all these people are our number one fans.
We have never once taled about Cassidy.
I
being
say
a
Cassidy's the
number
number one fan all the time because she's listening to the podcast like immediately after it goes up, and then she's like live tweeting it the whole time to me.
Oh, that's nice.
And I say all the time that these people are our number one fans, but I think our moms are 100% need to be shouted out because they
need to be shouted out.
they're
Do I
listening
think
to
that
the
they're our
podcast.
number one fans?
No, because they hate us. But
I think that they're up there for
Yeah.
sure. They give us a lot of
they hate
support.
us. But I just wanted to shout out our moms. They are in the group chat all the time, talking to us, basically giving us advice, giving us feedback.
That we don't often take.
Yeah,
But we appreciate it.
but it's good to have that woman's touch, and we love our moms. And I mean, I'm literally in my mom and dad's basement right now. So
We're recording, baby.
if it wasn't for our parents, this podcast wouldn't be
happen.
around because we wouldn't be born. So
Exactly.
thank you for being.
Thank you guys. We love you,
Thank
moms.
you for being fans.
Yes, of course.
Like number 3 fans.
Yeah, up there.
Yeah, you guys are up there. Like,
Yeah.
you're not like Adam. I mean, yeah, like. You
No,
know,
you're not. You're not as low as Adam.
You're not.
But
You're
you're
not
also-
like. You're not like as low as Adam or Josh, but like you're not like up there with like.
Dina.
Oh yeah.
And Dina and Nancy.
Yeah, but you guys are like halfway.
I
So-
think Dina, honestly, is definitely our number one. Like, she's almost a clear number one fan.
Yeah. See, I don't like you guys. You know, you guys might not be fans. 'cause
We love you guys,
You don't
but
like
you're-
every
yeah,
episode.
yeah, we love you guys,
You don't
but,
like when
like,
we say but
Yeah, like,
yeah, but like you guys are fans.
yeah, we're fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're part of the, like,
And you know how we'll see who's our fan and who's not our fan, Dominic?
When
When I see people buying the merch.
we see people buying the merch, and when we see people going to our Patreon, patreon.com/3am in
Yeah,
the party.
you know what? Felix, Jared,
Jared Dorito, baby. Shout out my boy.
Carol are our only number one fans right now.
Yeah, shout out my boy Juice, bro. Love you,
They're our
Juice.
only number one fans, dude.
Yeah, bro. Juice,
And you know how I was able
Juice
to
loves
just
the pod.
say that list? Because we only have 3 Patreons.
We only have 3.
I mean, you don't have to give us money,
you do, though.
but if you want,
you do got to give us money.
If you want
to be on the Patreon.
If you want that uncut, uncensored, full videos, podcasts, ad free.
That's the one.
If you want to be in the Discord,
That's the
if
one.
you want to give us $100 for no reason,
Yes, sir.
go on the Patreon.
Yep.
Support us there.
Also,
Patreon.com/3am party.
the link tree is in my personal bio. I believe Joey's as well. The bio on our Instagram podcast.
And it's literally in every single description of
is
the
it?
podcast.
I was
yeah.
going to ask you to put it in there.
You
if
know
it's not
what?
in there.
Read the description.
Yeah,
'cause
Joey
I
puts a
put
lot
so
of
much-
work
I put
into
so
it.
much work into this. I sit at my computer for 30 minutes and think of a description for the podcast.
Yeah. So
Nutty Cupcakes.
do other things. Get the link trees. Get our socials. Give us a follow. Show us some love. We love you guys. We love our supporters. We love our fans. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Love you.